It looks like a barreling one then sticking in there.
I'm not being, to be honest, are we muted? I don't think he's.
Hopefully, sorry.
No!
Wrong screen.
Who's in the hot seat? We'll find out tonight. Welcome to the Saturday Night Vaporway on a Friday. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, we are joined by the lovely gentlemen from the Late Night Vape Show. Kentucky Bill and Mick have kindly joined us this evening. And another very special guest who you'll see right there. It's the one and only little bro. How you doing?
Well, I'm actually going to pretend that I'm actually a Pud Puff tonight.
Yeah. Basically, people, what happened was, Pud messaged us. When was it, Matt?
Tuesday?
Something like that, saying, "Oh, I can't do Saturday because I'm working nights. So can we? What do you want to do? I still want to do the show." So I said, "Okay, well, we'll just go late Friday night." And then, what was it? The day after? Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm working Friday late. I was like, "Well, we've already organised the show now, so you're gonna have to just miss out." So sending you lots of love, Pud. Hopefully you watch this on replay, but he doesn't, does he, Matt? He doesn't watch it.
He does. I don't know. He goes to a lot of shit, doesn't he?
He just skips through.
Yeah.
When he found out Jenny did a sketch of him, he skipped through to see that.
Oh.
Yeah.
If he sat there getting his free curries.
Yeah. That's the only reason he's going to work, I think.
Free food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Free food. He had
doesn't
about
care
6
about
curries
taking life at
yesterday.
all. Oh, sorry. Right.
So, everyone in chat, hope you're doing well. Have a nice evening. It's been a busy evening. Big shout out and thanks to the bitches for calling everyone over to here, and also to Salford. Yeah, it's been a busy evening of shows, hasn't it? I don't know if everyone in chat, if you've been sitting there all night watching everyone's shows, it's been a busy night. Let's very quickly then show everyone one thing you're vaping on. Just one. Matt?
Just normal. Siege. Siege.
That was easy.
Yep.
Bill?
The Saga.
Ooh. Very nice.
Mick, you've just got in from work, haven't you? Have you had time to...
Yeah, just done the G class. I ain't had this out for a while. G class with
So I'm
the
going to get off
creed
the
on the
bypass
top.
on my V-sticking.
Is that what it is?
I can't get off a bypass on my V-sticking. I've got to go read the manual. I've got the Luxton with the Anani from Asmodeus on top with a little bit of Venezuela rum tobacco.
Nice. I'm going to be very elitist then. Or is it elitist? Yeah, it's elitist, isn't it?
Wank
It
man.
could be.
I'm on the Lost Vape Centaurus.
That's nice, though.
Just turned up today. So just got it set up. Nice little bit of kit. But is it just me, or is it pretty much the paranormal?
I don't know.
It also looks like you should be wearing driving gloves.
With that leather.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
absolutely. It is, yeah, it is a lovely bit of kit. Lovely bit of kit.
Lovely bit of squirrel.
So we've got quite a few things to go through now. We've got a few new sections to the show. But first off, let's talk about the Late Night Vape Show. Mick, Bill, I don't know which one of you would like to start. Just tell us a bit about the show, how it started, everything like that, all that kind of jazz.
Go for it, Mick.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes.
We just started. Oh, I said to Bill one day, we've been messing about in other people's chats for months and months and months, late on and that, mainly American ones. And I said, I'm going to start a vape show. He says, oh, yeah, of course you are. Anyway, I got the Zoom room. I got the social media accounts. And I went, right, we're going to start a vape show. He said, you serious? And off we went. We just started one afternoon talking. Finally found out how to get Zoom to work onto YouTube. And since then, we've gone onto a few different bits with the OBS and that. It's not really a vape show as such. It's just two old guys sat chatting. And then a few guests come in and as they are.
It's a good old chinwag. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
so it's about,
Yeah, yeah.
just an enjoyable sort of thing. What we do anyway, we sit in Zoom chatting, and then we just thought, well, we'll just put it onto YouTube.
It always fascinates me, like, because sometimes your show will pop up as a notification, and if I watch at any point, the subjects are just so varied. One time you're talking about e-liquid, the next time you might be talking about mods, but another time you're talking about the trains. It could just be anything.
We have two blank sheets of paper. I hand Mick a blank sheet. He hands me a blank sheet. That's our agenda for the night. We just go from there once we go live. We have no idea what's going to come out of my mouth, his mouth, or anything else. You know?
Certainly, what's going to come out of his mouth.
Usually it's bullshit and lies that come out of mine, but I mean, what the hell?
I won't be in that. Sometimes, oh no, I wish he hadn't said that. But he has.
Yeah, well, we haven't had any strikes or anything yet, so I'm sure you're doing.
Got a warning, but that was me. I did that. I posted something up there the other day and they didn't like it, so they took it down and gave me a warning. So I appealed against it. So they put it back up and then took it back down again and gave me another warning. So I don't know what all that was about.
What did he put up?
It was just an intro video that I'd put up, and it was quite a few mods. The only thing I could, about the label for our show where it says YouTube and subscribe, that was the only thing I could think of because they got me on that scam, spam, and something else. And there was Bill's logo in there, and then there was my logo in there in the course of the video. But the rest of it was just mods. And I mean, the one with the coils were glowing had a rule break. I mean, it was all my photos. Nothing was pinched. Nothing from anywhere. So I honestly don't know what the beef was. If they
That
put
shouldn't
it,
have done anything.
well, they shouldn't.
The bots, one of the bots picked up
Yeah.
on it, I think, and then when he went to a live person, the live person said it's fine, and then he put it back up, and the bot kicked it again. So it's
YouTube's
Weird,
going
isn't it?
through some weird. Yeah, our show last week was
Deleted.
had a copyright warning on it before we'd even started the show.
Yeah.
Hazan. Matty, do you want to say hello to people in chat quickly?
No.
Go on, Matt. Go
Uh,
on.
Crikey, I'll scroll up.
Oh no, wait. I delegate Aiden instead.
I don't mind if you want me to do it, but I am dyslexic, so it will be fun. What have we got in chat? Let's have a little look. We'll scroll up.
Take it in turns.
DE was first. Reverend, nice to see you, brother. Flatcap, you're in. Vaping, Mo, bro. You're a star. Love you loads, bro. Big D, hope you're okay, bro. JP, Vaping Reviews. Kentucky Bill, you're in there, brother. Late night vape show is in there as well. Above the clouds, I see in. Gaily Box, well done for the show, and it's so nice to see Jules Mama Vapes on there. And big love to Bunny, Corking show. Outcast Des, hope you're okay, brother. We've got Michael Sherrington.
Michael.
We've got Sainty McFuck Off. I love that name. I really do that.
One of the
Hope
best
you're okay,
names.
brother. Stuart, hope you're okay, Ayrton. Tibet, nice to see you, brother. Sparks and Fly. We've also got Debbie Rogers. Nice to see you. True Vapor, Chris. Hope you're okay, brother. We have also got Skimp Vapor. Hope you're all right. We've got Vaping Irish. Always nice to see you. Fart in a tin. We've also got, who else we got? Ronster. Hope you're looking after yourself, brother. Mark H. Always nice to see Mark. Mark's a really nice person, and Emma. They
And
really
Emma.
made my expo, the last expo I went to. They are lovely people. Blazing Vapes, who was on the show on Wednesday, really nice bloke. LCL90, nice to see you. John Cole. We've also got, I'm doing pretty well here. Paul Anderson, Craig Campbell. Jay Jerry, hope you're okay, brother. We've got Bon Jovi. Living on a spliff. We've got LJ McCutcheon, okay, and I hope your sister's all right too. We've got Tolmac. We've got Timmy again, because I just want to say Timmy really loud. I've also worked out I really like reviewing for Voopoo. I just like saying the name. It's just so good at it. Vape Heads, nice to see you, okay. Storm Weston.
That's Vaping.
That's Storm Weston. Emily K. Big love. Hope your mum's all right as well. I was just about to say, sorry, I want my socks back, but I won't say that. Who else we got in? Stu, nice to see you, and I think that's roughly about it.
Great job. And Debbie Rogers, fantastic juice review. Well done. Without you, it just wouldn't have been the same.
Wouldn't.
Yeah, she did really, really well.
How's she finding it, Matt? Is she gonna be on more?
I think she prefers being under the desk, but she does like coming up every now and again. No, I really, really enjoy doing them with her. To be fair, it's different, isn't it? And it's that whole duet thing again. It's a nice way to do a review. So yeah.
I think you should. I think you do. If anyone hasn't seen, you don't put it in the description or in the title or anything, do you? Debbie's just been in a few, hasn't she?
I think the last one I wrote in the description.
Did you? I can't remember.
And big love to Liz as well, she's there.
Might have done.
Hello, Liz and Mini Minch. Do you see Mini Minch? She's in. Mini.
I think it's something different in reviews. I really do like stuff like that. Me and Lou did like an open the box. It was forwarded on from America from these people like popping the box. And I wasn't really into it, but me and Lou sat here, we had a glass of wine each, and we did it, and it was something totally different. It's like Jules and Stevie do it. I really like that sort of stuff.
It's nice to get two perspectives on something as well, isn't it? Because as everybody knows, juice reviews are subjective, aren't they? To taste, so it's nice to get a couple of opinions on it and get it across.
Yeah, Irish thinks you should just do the camera and the editing and let.
I was reading that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Matty should just run the camera and do the editing.
Do the editing.
That's the plan. Phase myself out.
You can do all the reviews while you're at work.
Yeah. No, I think she's doing a fantastic job. It's nice. It's nice to see, and because it's so saturated with reviews, it's nice with any kind of difference anyone can do. It's always nice to see. It's always good.
Yeah.
Mama Vape says she loves doing it with Steve.
Can't help herself. Innuendo bingo.
It is, yeah. Indulges, eh?
Apart from her face when Steve was taking the piss in one of the reviews. What's on top? Her face. She was not happy. She was.
The amount of times when we've been at expos and we sat there and had a beer and she's come out with something and everybody's just looked at her. Where's that come from?
She's amazing. I love Jules.
I felt when we were at the last expo, she had organised like loads of stuff for reviewers, and she'd laid it all out on that. Was it on a ping pong table, table tennis table? And she laid it all out, had it all organised, and then people were like messing around, people putting their cups on the table, moving things around. She's going, just leave it alone, stop touching it. She's getting a white amp. She wasn't happy. Yeah. This right, the late night vape show.
Yeah.
If anyone hasn't seen these guys on their show, you also have quite a lot of different guests on as well, don't you? Quite random as well.
Yeah, they just turn up.
Uninvited.
Yeah, well, no, they're all invited.
They're kind of like in-laws. They show
Yeah, they're
up
like
and
in-laws.
you just can't get rid of them. You know, it's,
Yeah, they just turn up willy-nilly. Sometimes we don't know they're coming as well, which is even more fun.
we have every now and then we have someone on that we know ahead of time. Like Net Reality, Graham's going to be on Sunday night. You know, so
Yeah, he's coming on Sunday night. Yep.
Well,
It's
that's always the interesting thing, and that's one thing I really like about now doing the show with Aidan on the Wednesday, is that there is so many other people out there, and it's quite easy to kind of get stuck in your own little bubble of people you know, when there's so many other folks that actually want to be involved, and it's just finding them and reaching out to them, you know. And we were saying this the other day.
It's one of the nicest things as well, isn't it? To get the people who are maybe not in this sort of, they're on the outside of it all. Still fantastic reviewers, whatever, and it's just nice to get somebody different that's not on every show like me and Flatcap. You know what I mean?
Every show. It was like the other night, wasn't it, with Blazing Vapes? It was brilliant. He's been on YouTube for about a year or so, and he's never been on a live show, and it's just great to have him on. And I thought he did a really good job.
You did, yeah.
And yeah, hopefully.
Skin Vaper was on one as well, wasn't it? Who was Skin
yeah,
Vaper on?
he was last minute with us
Oh,
last
damn you.
week.
Yeah.
We've got to get him on again because it was so last minute. We didn't really get to advertise it much or anything, and he had to shoot off as well. But yeah, it's
I've run out of shirts, so what I did here was just took black tape and put it across this blue one, so it looks like a different shirt than I have. You know, so.
What you worried? Like you worried people are going to be like saving pictures and.
It's like, didn't you just have that on last night?
Why don't you have like a green shirt and then like pretend it's a green screen, and then you could just put an overlay over it and just.
Yeah, you could do that too. You know, I just thought about wearing a bag over my head too. So I was, used to have a guy here called the Unknown Comic. I think it was back in like the 70s or the 80s. He wore a paper bag over his head and then had the eyes and the mouth cut out. And it was known as the Unknown Comic. It was on like a TV show, like Saturday Night Live or something. You know? And he was kind of a wild.
We used to have to do that with my first wife if we went out.
Well, my first wife was a two-bagger. It was one for my head and one for hers in case one of them fell off.
Terry's here. Terry's followed us. Behave yourself, Terry. Terry with his capitals. I told him not to put them on.
Is he getting told off already?
Yeah, Terry's
No, not-
PP is here. Yeah.
We
Yes,
just
yeah.
let him run with it.
It's Terry's thing, you know. So it's kind of what it is, you know.
It don't mean any harm. It's just funny.
We never know, his button might be stuck.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I met him in like Fagan's or something like that, and we started messing about in there on about the Sheboygan thing. And I made a fake account up called the Sheboygan Adult Store. So if that ever turns up in your chat, that's me.
Oh, it confused me.
You had several.
Yeah, it was
You have, like, a
international.
funeral home.
Yeah,
The what? Sorry.
There was a funeral parlor. There was all sorts.
That was Bill.
That was me. What
That was
I was Sheboygan Coffee Shop and Mortuary.
All the rest of them were Terry. It was something that started off in Fagan's, and I can't even remember how it started, but it was a way of getting noticed in their chat, you see, because obviously we first started. And then we actually called the show that for a start, and then we realised it wasn't funny anymore, so we changed it to the Late Night Vape Show. But the first 2 or 3 were the Sheboygan late night show, weren't they?
What does it mean? Is that the question?
Sheboygan, Wisconsin is actually a town. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but I can't remember why it was fun.
Yeah, the kicker is Mick had set up a Twitter account. He told me, hey, I've got a Twitter account for the Sheboygan Late Night Show. but I don't have anybody following it yet. And I said, well, I'll go on Twitter and I'll follow it. So I went on Twitter and followed Sheboygan Late Night. And I left some kind of a message that I was really disappointed that the adult bookstore had been closed down and all this other stuff. Well, turns out I ended up in the wrong Twitter account. I got the mayor's account because he was doing some late night show for actual Sheboygan. So I sent to the mayor of Sheboygan that I was really disappointed he closed the adult store.
Has he got back to you yet?
No, I haven't heard from him.
But I can't even remember why it started, but I say it was just a way of getting noticed in the chat because them lads are 200,000 followers, one of them, Mark Fagan, I think.
Satan is not liking them caps.
No.
So stop doing it, Terry. Behave yourself.
Had you two been friends for a long while before?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Just
really
in
know.
chat. Just in
chat, then.
chats is all we had met. And then we met in Zoom rooms after that. We were in like Batman Zoom room or somewhere like that. And we got to talking in there. And it was like, oh, so you're so-and-so. Because I was in there as a different, and he was in there, I think as Mick, in his cab. And we just kind of found out who each other was. When he had first mentioned to me about the show, I just thought he was just messing about because we messed about all the time. And I just, that's the reason I thought he was just joking about it, because everything we did back and forth was just dry wit humor, joke. And then he says, yeah, we're going to do a show. I was like, sure we are. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, we've got a chap to make the video, didn't we? A German lad called Matt. He made the video, and we never used that because we didn't know how to use OBS. But if you look at go back to the very, very first show, it was me messing about trying to get it to work on YouTube, and then Bill came into the Zoom room. Ding dong, and then there's just me and him, and then every time I spoke it was me, and every time he spoke it was him, because we had to work out how to get it so you could get it side by side.
Right.
Highlighted.
The worst thing is, even when people sit down and show you how to use it all and how to stream on OBS, you still get things wrong. I've done it at the start of this week's show, and you sit here preparing before the show, going, right, I'm going to click this, I'm going to do that, and it just doesn't work.
Are you still using it as two scenes where you flipping them over?
No, we don't. No, we're just like this.
It's like this now, but when we first, that first day, it was the full screens were coming up, weren't they? Every time I spoke, I came up, and then
I watch a lot of mixing shows that do that still. I mean, they do it on purpose though, and it's real confusing.
You can highlight that.
It was the Hangouts when Hangouts were a big thing on YouTube, which you could go live with on Hangouts, and Google had it. And I always never liked them shows because, like you said, it does start making you a bit confused. Because even if somebody like coughs or if they move the mod, you could be talking, then it starts flicking backwards and forwards. It can be a right nightmare.
Yeah.
Right. So last week I showed a little clip of a really dodgily made bumper that I put together. I'm going to play it again, and then I'll explain what it's all about. All happy with that? Yeah.
What's it all about?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Hey, that was good. That's amazing, eh?
Well, that worked. Who's in the hot seat? That actually worked that time. That's the first.
Yeah.
So basically, very, very simply, what the idea is that we're just going to give someone, might not even be a review, we're going to give someone a shout out each week, show you a little clip of them, what they do, who they are, and then we might even talk about them a little bit. We'll try and keep it as light-hearted as possible. Matt. We'll try and be as nice as we can, but just to give people a little shout out, I think it's something we should be doing on the show, don't you reckon, Matt? So yeah. I'll play a little clip. It's about 30 hours long, and then it'll be the end of the show. No, about 30 seconds long, of who's in the hot seat this week. I hope this works.
You're worse than me, guys.
What do you mean? Here we go. Yeah, that's...
Hey up, welcome back. Benny Vapes here with another review. So today, what we're going to be looking at is two e-liquids from Zeus Juice, and they are the Black.
So there we go. Benny Vapes is in the hot seat. Fireman Sam himself. My bro's straight in there. Hashtag Fireman Sam. Love it. Benny Vapes, yeah. Benny Vapes is he's not exactly a new reviewer. He has been around for a short while. But I would say the last
Six, 7 months?
6 months, he started bringing out the live shows, and I think he does a great. I think this is where the controversial bits come in. He still has trouble at times starting the show and ending the show, but I have a lot of time for Benny. I think he's a cracking bloke. Have you guys all seen him? I think we've pretty much all been on a show with him, haven't we?
I'm on with him every Wednesday night. I'm on a show with him. So
Yeah. I've been on a few.
First in October, and I spoke to him on Twitter, and he just went, "Oh, little bro, you all right?" And we did a little bit on his vlog and a bit on my vlog, and absolute brilliant bloke.
Everyone in chat, if you haven't been onto Benny Vape's channel, you don't know who he is, then we'll pop a link in it. I'll find a link actually and pop a link in. I should have organised that. Yeah, I mean,
He's good at making arts with his fingers.
oh, well done,
Yeah,
JP. Top man.
yeah, he could just push.
Cheers for spamming that out, guys. I was at the mixing show as well. I think the mixing show is a cracking idea.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Until we done the takeovers the other week, I couldn't work out why like Ian and everybody was calling him Mark. I couldn't work out what it was, but his name's fucking Mark. Not Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ages to work out what was going on.
Benny, was that got something to do with rugby? He said, didn't he? His mate,
Yeah.
rugby mates called him Benny.
Is it that he run around like Benny Hill?
That's I think that's actually it. Yeah. His little legs just
Run
running
around with
around.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
The trouble is there were about 13 other 14 stone blokes chasing him instead of birds.
Yeah.
JP might like it, but I actually meant JC. I didn't. CJ. I can't even get my thinking right.
JC.
I kept calling JP CJ last week.
That's
He
what I'm
wouldn't
just
stop.
not saying.
Yeah, it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop.
Well, why hasn't
Every
he
time I
dropped the
said
C yet? He still hasn't dropped the C, has he? In
So where
CJ.
is this? Is it
Callum.
Callum.
Yeah.
Callum.
We need to ditch the C.
He does. Audio.
Call him up. Is he talking to us? Is it too quiet?
I think I'm quite apparently.
Oh,
Yeah, you are a little bit quiet.
I'll turn it up a little bit. Automatically adjust volume. Tick. Is that better, boys?
That's better.
Sorry about that.
It's all right.
That was because of the show on Monday. Everybody was saying I was too loud and everybody was quiet, so I turned mine down.
You were just socially distancing yourself from your microphone, weren't you?
It's only there. It's like it just blends into my top.
Mine always comes out loud, so you know.
Yeah, Bill's does. Yeah. I have to turn my keyboard volume down, otherwise it comes through the earpiece into the microphone and makes him echo.
Yeah. But to see, when you're elderly, you lose your hearing, so you talk louder because you can't hear yourself talk. So I come out louder because of that.
Do you actually think it's actually that you're losing your hearing when you get older? Because I'm discovering that I've got more ear hair than I've got stuff going on top of my head.
Mine goes to the eyebrows. I'm just waiting, and I'm just going to bring them right back over. I'm just going to do a comb over with the eyebrows all the way back.
I've now started. I've got this horrible thing. You know when you've been doing your wicking and bits and bobs. You know when you're watching something else, I'm checking to pull.
You go into the barber, and she's like, "What do you want?" And you're like, "Just trim the ear hair, and I'll be out of here."
Yes, but
I want to know what's going to happen
Polish
to me
the
in my
top.
life. What's going to happen to me in my life where all of a sudden I need hair in my ears and out my nose? It's going off the top of my head, but it's coming out here. It's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
What happens? Welcome to old. I'll tell you, the nice thing about getting old, it don't last long. So that's a good thing. That's something you can look forward to.
It does, though. It starts when you're about 28, and then that's the rest of your life just aging.
yeah, it doesn't.
My dad once told me that he said that it took forever to get to 20 years old, and 2 weeks later he was 40.
Yeah, I can tell you that's true. And then your kids are like massive and all.
Yeah.
It's like EastEnders in our house.
It's like the Mary Celeste now. I was long gone. My eldest 37, and the,
Yeah,
young,
it's younger than me.
and the youngest 33 this year. We started when we were kids.
Third
So
grade.
how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
54.
54. Yeah, so you were pretty young then, weren't you?
Yeah, we're really young. Yeah. So I'm still we're still together. We didn't because a lot of people when they were my age, if they've had children, would have been long gone nowadays. But we're still together. We're still really good friends as well. I love it a bit.
Well, then them sort of breakups, you know, when they're that sort of age, them breakups happened when the housing prices went up because a lot of the women thought, I'll tell you what, I can have half this money here.
Yeah.
So when they went from like
Yeah.
£12,000 and all of a sudden they were worth £45,000, you know, like back 90s, they were thinking, I'll tell you what, I didn't like him that very much when I married him. My mother's never liked him.
You could walk away with.
Don't take out a large insurance policy. That's been my key the whole time. This is because.
Yeah, make sure you're worth more alive.
Well, they're saying that they reckon divorces are going to be on the rise, don't they? After this COVID crisis calms
And
down.
babies.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of babies.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot more divorces when the babies are born as well, because they're a nightmare, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
But you can't divorce a baby. I hate that.
You should be able to. Yeah.
Should be able to put it back in.
Some days you should be able to divorce your adult children as well, but that didn't come up either.
Or your co-host on a show. I'd like to be
Oh, no.
divorce him every now and then.
He's all right. He's less trouble.
See, folks, this is just a glimpse into what these guys get up to.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah. I usually turn up in chats when Bill's on and start annoying him. I've got setting the count up what says Kentucky Bill smokes, and I keep thinking, and it's surprising. Everybody goes, "Hello, Bill. Hello."
And then others are like, it's not Kentucky Bill smokes. What's going on?
Yeah, went into Lethals. He said, "Kentucky Bill doesn't smoke. He vapes."
Chris, after B says about everyone saying that about relationships and people falling out. Yeah, I've found it. I've had the same actually, because it's as tough as it is. If you're
You
tough,
don't go in the house.
well, I've had to.
Kicked out.
I've had
Mark
to.
says
haven't
he's already been kicked out by him.
I? I've actually quite enjoyed being home with the kids. Got a real young family, so it's as hard as it's been and worrying about money and everything. I've quite enjoyed being home with the kids, and I think they've enjoyed having me around and helping out. And yeah, can't really.
Dude, you're not actually like trying to get an interview for Miss World, mate.
Huh?
I want world peace. I love my kids. Are you trying to get brownie points here or what?
No, I'm just saying because the day-to-day life's like you just and we're in such a routine with the kids that you forget the days go by, don't they? Each day before you know it's the weekend, then you start the next week. You're at work and you come home, dinner, bed. It's the same thing every day. So it has been nice just to stop.
I definitely miss both mine growing up. I worked away. I used to work in construction and I was away all the time. And you never get that back.
No.
You never do. I see more of my grandkids than what I used to see my children. Sometimes see them once a week. And I lived in the same house as them. Or I would come home at 8 o'clock at night and they'd been in bed 2 hours, or an hour or whatever. And then the time they got up the next morning, I was long gone. I remember coming back after a really big stint of working away. And when I walked in, I told one of them to do something. And they sort of looked at me like, "No, don't work like that." You're not from here.
What trade were you? How come you had to travel quite a lot?
It was more plant hire. Yeah. The last job I was in Scotland. That was 1996, and I came back from there and I started self-employed and I run my own cab business. And I've been doing that now it's 24 years this year. Self-employed too.
Walked in one day and said, "When do we have the second kid?"
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
What time you finish, Mick?
So, yeah, what time are you on till?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Good
Yeah.
night.
You've been busy.
We got one here, little bro, that you would like. We have there's a place, it's like a cavern that is a state park. And they actually have a pageant. And the name of the state park is Mammoth Caves. It's like a bunch of caves that are underground. And if you win, you get to be known for a year as Miss Mammoth Cave. And you get to wear a sash that says as such.
So let me get this right. You think this is one for me then? You want me to start dressing up as caveman?
Can you imagine though a woman if you know if you ever suggested that she's got a mammoth cave and then they actually wear a sash that suggests that they have
Mammoth cave.
and they queue up to get photographed.
I never knew it existed. They had it on the news one night, and tonight we're going to be interviewing Miss Mammoth Cave. I about fell out of my chair laughing in the living room. You know?
You don't want to put your foot in it, do you? You get nowadays. You'd probably get really done for that, wouldn't you?
It's now.
When you
I
put
mean,
it.
it still goes on. They have it every year.
I thought you meant putting your foot in it. It probably was.
Oh, you didn't cut your toenails.
Please, it's not my channel. See ya.
That's why we do it on a separate channel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
We ought to have done that, Bill.
Yeah, I can get away with it now.
Yeah. If you ever see our show coming out, the Sheboygan Adult Store, you know we've been smashed. We've got a strike.
There was a Sheboygan International as well. I remember. International Corporation or something like that.
Yeah, there's Smooth Transitions. Yes.
Smooth Transitions Limited. There's a COVID-19 squad.
All yours.
No, they're not mine.
No, most of those are Terry.
Most of them are Terry.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It was in our chat on Wednesday, Flatcap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen all those names before. Even in our phone, I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's Terry Vaper. If you listen to Not Another Vape Show, they have a phone in at the end, and it's usually Terry.
Yeah.
Rings him about 5 times with different voices.
He calls them up and uses a different voice, and then she keeps saying in chat, "Open the phones, open the phones."
Yeah, he's a good laugh. He's a nice bloke. He's fine.
That's like when we did that phone in, Matt.
Yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it?
I thought we'd give it a try. I did a phone in, and we had one phone call from a guy. I still don't know who he was. And
Wasn't he in chat afterwards? Didn't he have a vape shop? I couldn't quite work it out.
He
It was
started off.
interesting.
It was a bit. To be fair, the conversation with him was alright, but it was just really strange, wasn't it? Because we didn't really know who he was, and we started talking about vaping, and then before you know it, he was talking about religion and.
Yeah,
and,
That's right. I remember you.
It got a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one off, huh?
What
Yeah,
you
one
wearing?
phone show and
Can you zoom in on your chest, please?
Yeah. If you can get what's that one off of Mrs. Brown's Boys? If you can guess what's in my hand, you can keep it. If it only fits in one hand, you can have it.
What was that night we had that one person in chat and we had Essence in, didn't he? And he's just absolutely fascinated with nose
streams.
He's like, I can only imagine him just at home tossing off over his nose streams.
He was like,
oh, do it again. Oh, that's lush. It was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Nose streams.
Yeah, like blowing vape out your nose. And he was like, take a nick shot up your nose or like vape up your nose. It's just...
There's one in the one that was in Fagan's thing, and he wants his wife to do that, and I wonder if it is a thing. They keep putting it because obviously she's quite a pretty female, and they want her to blow vapor out of her nose. It probably is. It's maybe a thing.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I mean, but he was like, he was persistent with Essence. He wanted.
Yeah.
He wanted Essence to do it. It was a bit odd. Even if Bob
That's
stayed,
weird
mate.
as shit. Them people sort of really weird me out. You know when they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you blow smoke out your nose? No, I vape. Where does he want you to blow it?
Weird,
the
but
thing is, I can talk out of my ass, but I can't blow vape out of my ass.
it made you really paranoid though, because you naturally sometimes just vape out your nose. And I was able to watch myself, and I could see a bit. I was like, oh no, he's gonna want us all to do it soon. Oh,
he's gonna get through the man.
That's terrible and all, because you have to make that sort of face as well. It's like when you go to expos and you know when they haven't got them, not like a proper drip tip or anything. They've got them machines. They end up looking a right dickhead.
Oh yeah.
So you have to press the button and wait for the vape to come out, and you're all going. You're like a right dickhead, haven't you? Especially if you start taking breath in before you pressed it, because by the time the vape comes out, you've got no breath left to go. So you just get a little bit and you go, "Oh, it's lovely." It's lovely.
do you reckon that's the way they're all going to be at next expo? you think that's the way it's going to go?
Yeah, there'll be no sharing the drip tips.
Yeah.
Probably just going to blow it outside.
They don't have the little condom drip tips that you put over top.
Yeah.
The other ones.
Get on top.
But you're still touching something which is going to go near your
They
mouth.
had a thing
and
here about touching. They were talking about something that I never really thought of until I saw it on TV here last night. Is that there will be no more buffets. Yeah, because the tongs that you pick up and the next person does, and all the other stuff that everybody in the line goes down
Come on,
through.
Bill, don't break me fucking heart, mate.
Buffets are gone, so
Holiday.
go ahead and get used to it now.
I love a buffet. I work as a DJ, and that's one of my favourite things. When she comes up there, before she's even said, if you want to help me, I'm gone. I'm sat there with 18 vol-au-vents on a plate.
Well,
I love
find
volleyball.
another hobby.
Take your own snap.
Especially at the end and at night.
Yeah.
Just stay away from fish sticks.
What's that? Did you put on like War of the Worlds? Just let it run.
Yeah. The chances of me not touching that buffet is 1,000,000 to 1%. Stretching, son.
I know a bloke used to turn up at funerals and join the back of the queue and just go around the buffet. He didn't even know
We
where
had
it
an
was.
old lady of the road at Working Men's Club. She used to turn up to funerals. She didn't even know him.
That's right.
And
he
she
was
used
the
to
same.
bring a black bin liner and a trolley. I'm not even lying. Her name was Hazel. She was a lovely old lady, but she used to take old stuff. Put it all in the bin liner, put it in one of them trolleys, pull it back.
used to live off it.
They'd use that for a week.
Yeah, some people, yeah.
Mm. There's a lot of people in chat saying about CJ's haircut.
Yeah, I've seen it. Have you seen it?
Has he had a do?
You're done.
Oh, look, Benny Vapes is here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man of the moment.
Hello, Benny.
Ew.
Ew. Ew.
Ew.
You just missed yourself, Benny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew, Benny Bates.
What's he done with his hair then?
I don't know.
Has he shaved it off?
He's done the
he done
COVID-19 cut, hasn't he?
Oh no.
That's what he's done.
Oh, why?
I used to have that before it was trendy.
Not by choice, but
I have to cut the sides.
Mick had the COVID-3 haircut. He's had it so long.
I haven't had any hair since I was probably 30.
So 22 years.
I was just giving it a trim.
Oh yeah, I just get mine cut. I'm literally biannular haircut to me, mate.
You are literally a biannual haircut, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy, 'cause every time I go, the fucking hairline's getting further and further back. That's why I'm not fucking. That's why I'm not cutting it off.
you're going to get to that point where you don't know when to stop washing your face.
Can you always remember that advert? This, do you take 2 bottles in the shower? No, I don't. Just wash everything with the same one.
Sorry, that's why I've been quiet.
Don't tell me you want me to start blowing smoke out back of your neck.
What we missed? I
You
didn't-
done it. You done it again. I had my finger over the print screen button that time. fucker.
Yeah.
I discovered on Zoom the other day you can add videos to your virtual background.
Can you?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, check this out.
God, that's cool. Bloody hell. I haven't found that one.
Yeah. So I can just play my reviews as save a lot of time.
We should have pre-recorded Pud for a couple hours.
That would be funny. Just on a
Just try
loop.
and try and guess what he's going to say next.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping when Pud's back, hopefully next week, we'll have another little section where we'll be doing a bit of Pud news. There were some good suggestions from people about the name of it, but I can't remember now what some of the suggestions for names for the. It was basically going to be Pud talking about Trump for 20 minutes every week, because Trump seems to be the thing that winds Pud up the most for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Probably because it's got a golf course in Scotland, you never know.
Oh, yeah.
It's about as near as you can get, isn't it, really?
Yeah. Right, is it
Not
that?
go knocking golf courses now, Mick.
Yeah.
Has he got a golf course in Scotland?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, what is it called? I
St.
can't remember.
Andrews.
St. Andrews.
Is it
isn't it?
No.
Andrews?
No, he doesn't have St. Andrews.
Isn't that like one of the oldest fucking?
Yeah, that is
Andrews.
the oldest. That's the home course. Shit, I know what one it is. Keep on your show. I'll tell you later. It's,
I swear
Oh,
St. Andrews is there.
Someone in chat will know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, St. Andrews is known as the old course. It is the oldest course. It was actually old Tom Morris and
Stuart said it's St. Andrews.
Oh, St Andrews.
It is St. Andrews.
Cheers, JP.
It's
Thanks,
St.
mate.
Andrews.
Yeah, cheers, JP.
I've only ever been there virtually on Tiger Woods.
When was he?
I've been in Scotland, but I've only Lanarkshire.
That's where they have all the big tournaments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hold the Open there. It's on a rotation. The Open's there like every, I think, I'm trying to think of how many courses they've got in, and they just rotate it around like 6-7 courses. So it rolls back every so many years.
It's got 8 in there, so it's like every 8 years, 4 over your way and 4 over here, isn't it? Or 4 in Europe.
No, that's Ryder Cup.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Every other, the Open championship is the oldest major championship, and it's held at various courses around Great Britain, and basically it rotates back to the old course every so many years.
I actually dated before.
Yeah, Troon is the one Trump has. Yeah.
Is it?
True.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I got with Louise, I actually dated a professional women's golfer for about 7 or 8 months.
Really?
Becky Hudson.
Who?
Becky Hudson.
Becky Hudson.
Hudson.
How long ago was that?
Google.
Oh, about 18 years ago.
Oh, okay, so she'd be in her mid 70s by now.
Probably.
80? Yeah.
She's
Okay.
probably got loads of nose hair and loads of ear hair involved. So she's, and her handicap is just the chair.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a joke that a guy told me. He said, he says, my girlfriend left me. He said she claimed that I stole her wheelchair, but I know she'll come crawling back to me.
You did say it once on your channel, didn't you, Flatcap?
It's that time of night, folks. Time
I've
for
got, mate.
Just pick something while I'm playing this.
Yeah.
It's win what you weigh with a twist. Here we go, guys.
Mike is gonna weigh something. You must guess what it weighs. And if you get that weight right, then you can win what we weigh. Mike is gonna weigh something. You must guess what it weighs. And if you get that weight right, then you can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh with Matty's game.
This isn't a bumper, this is a full fucking song.
So we're back. That's just the chorus, Aidan. Right? You want me to? You can have the full version if you want.
It's supposed to be 5 seconds or something like that. That's a full song, so.
Yeah, but it's like the game show part of the evening.
Yeah,
You know, you gotta
it's like
spruce
the
up.
old Hermits thing. Second verse, same as the first. Remember that
yeah.
one?
A bit of status quo at the back.
So it's I'm gonna weigh something random and you're gonna win something that's not weighed tonight, isn't it? Really? So we've got tonight up for grabs because I haven't been to the shop. We are gonna do a £40 juice voucher on our online store, and I'm gonna weigh the mods that are in front of me.
I thought I was going to say it's going to weigh 40 pounds. It's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, but is it 40 pounds of feathers or balloons? Just fuck. I don't know about you lot as well. You know, you've seen this on Facebook. I had a sister that walked into a room and there were 35 oranges and 45 pears. I couldn't give a shit. Just stop putting it on my news feed.
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm actually just gonna weigh this.
Yeah.
It's got a battery and an RDA on top. I'm gonna do the old weasel.
That's going to be 3 bananas at least.
45 pairs? Of
My
what?
6-year-old, where he's doing his daily maths, there was a picture on a scale, and on one of them was an apple, and there was a banana, and they were both pretty much the same. So it said the question was like, how can you tell that it was something to do with the weight of it? And he was going, but they're not. The apple weighs more than the banana. I'm like, no, look, the scale's the same. He's like, no. And honestly, you'd have to get, it was a millimetre difference. It was just how it printed. There was a millimetre difference between the weight of the banana. But you just look at it and go, yeah, they're equal weight. No, he would not have it. We had to get a ruler out and a spirit level and show it. He's so argumentative about this bloody apple and banana being weighed. Nightmare.
Yeah.
Arguing with a 6-year-old.
So I've sent it to you guys so you can look. I'm going to send it to Aiden as well so he can.
Have you sent it?
Are you gonna
Yeah, I've
message
sent
me
it
someone?
to the Saturday night one. I'm going to send it to Aiden so we've got 3 people watching the chat.
Ah.
That means we can play them, Bill.
You can.
Is it that point where I
No, I
actually
can't.
read it out loud?
They don't
Don't
ship
do
to
a
the
Pud.
US.
Yeah. Well, he did say he was going to be Pud for the night.
Have you got
I
that,
tried it.
Chris?
Get a bit smaller and get my glasses on.
No, I haven't got it, Matt.
You're joking.
It does say waiting for network, but I've got signal.
That's good.
So
Hey, just think, Matty's turned into lethal. Just as that.
You got it. You got it, Aiden. You got it, Aiden, didn't you? Sorry.
I've got it,
right.
yeah.
So it is between what, say, 175 and
got it.
400 grams.
Okay, we're in chat. You know what to do. Have a guess in grams. And big shout out to Vape Heads. Thanks so much. You get a £40 juice voucher to spend on vape-heads.co.uk.
That is absolutely fantastic from them as well.
It is. That is brilliant.
Unbelievable.
So
Always-
what do I say? 175 to what?
400.
400.
Ooh, that was close.
I forgot.
Oh,
what
not
it is.
even
Hey, literally,
closer.
you literally look at it and then forget straight away.
Yeah, I've done that.
Anyone in chat, you can guess as many times as you want, not at once. Just crack on.
Ooh, that was very, very close.
It's almost like I never even saw the number. I can't remember it at all. Man.
Whoa,
No. You got it?
we got it, haven't we, Pablo?
Was it?
All right. Yeah,
Oh,
Pav.
yeah. It was Pav, yeah.
Pav, you've got it, Pav.
Well
Good
done,
eyes,
Pav.
that, brother.
Yeah.
It
I
goes
was
too
going a
quick,
bit
doesn't it?
wrong-eyed.
Excellent, well done, Pav. Pav, if you email the normal email address, smvalive@gmail.com,
297 grams, folks.
or actually, yeah, email SMVA Live with some contact details, and we shall give you a code to use on the website. So at least we've got something to converse with you.
Well done, Pav, and big shout out, thanks to Vape Heads as always for looking after us. Much appreciate it. Very generous, and yeah, get a good amount of juice for 40 quid.
Yeah, that's a cracking price.
Benny, if you were here, that's how you do the finger thing, okay?
Not like this.
Do you know, you were sat there talking about kids and stuff like that. I watched on Facebook a joke. You've all probably seen it. It always makes me giggle. They're all sat around the dinner table, and there's the little kid's trying to open the yogurt, and she goes, "Shitting yogurt pot." And Mrs. comes up, goes, "Look at that, swearing. That's where he's got it from. Where do you think he's got that from?" He went, "From the fucking fridge."
Yeah, I've seen that.
What's that one that gets always sent around on WhatsApp every 6 months? Is that guy looking over the fence talking to the little girl? Go, "Cool, what are you digging a hole for, love?"
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'll bury me goldfish." "Well, why is such a big hole?" "Because it's in your fucking cat."
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it such a big hole for a goldfish?
It's inside your fucking cat. Brilliant.
That's why I had to clear off. We've always got this. I call him Showbiz Cat, and as soon as you start a live stream, he wants to go out. And that's why I had to clear off when you first started, because otherwise he starts wrecking things. I had to go.
Showbiz cat.
Showbiz Cat, yeah.
That sounds like a 70s kid show, doesn't it?
Showbiz Cat, yeah. He's actually called Jeff, but
You got a cat called Jeff?
yeah.
That's amazing.
What a random name to call your cat. Jeff.
Well, it's my dad's name.
Is it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So what
I mean,
made you
that's
call
what
your cat after your
Well,
dad?
my dad's 84, and I said, he says, "What you call the cat Jeff for?" So if I lose one, I've still got a Jeff left. Well, he's
That's
84.
like you're thinking.
Some
Yeah.
people argue that you shouldn't call animals like real names, don't they? Some people,
What?
yeah.
It's a lot easier to shout Jeff out the door than it is Tiddles or some
Yeah.
other weird God.
Yeah.
We used to have a next door neighbour, and they used to call theirs Piddle and Puke, but he had a lisp as well.
I think Pabs hasn't. Sorry, just thinking go back to that. Pab hasn't won before on the show, has he?
I don't think he went that loud, that high either. Pab's never won that. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sharing a cast with Mickey Mouse. What's happening here?
So now we know who sings
No.
what you want.
That's insane.
I've never won this before.
Oh, Big D said his mate's dog's called Gary. What?
Gary, it's not,
Yeah.
Gary.
another
Gary.
great name.
Brilliant. Well, my rabbit's called Bob.
Yeah, good.
Find it hard to believe Big D's got a mate.
Oh,
Oh, poor Big D.
yeah, you can tell he's lying as soon as he says my mate.
Biggest Diaz. That's who that is. It's Biggest Diaz.
Cat called Jeremy. Brilliant. Love it.
Cat called Jeremy.
Right, where are you, Doug? Ronnie and Ruby are downstairs.
And then he always used to get that mate who were really down into stuff, and he thought you were really clever, and he called it Deefer. What have you called your dog Deefer for? Deefer dog. Oh, well done, mate. Well done. Give yourself a clap on the back for that fucking.
When we were younger, we were going to get a dog. Parents were going to buy a dog. We wanted to call it Oi. So you ever hear people shouting, Oi, come back, Oi. That's like that. What's that? Oh, what was that guy chasing after his dog, and the dog's running after the deer? What's he called? Benton or something?
Fenton.
Benton!
Yeah, yeah.
What a name.
Or name the dog Go Away, and you keep yelling, "Come here, go away! Come here, go away!"
Debbie has a pet dog called Matty.
Yeah.
Well, you love your dogs, don't you, Matt?
I do love my dogs. They're nice.
Like you put a picture up in our group saying, "Oh, look at that face." And it's, I'm not being harsh. It's a lovely dog. I love your dog. But dogs when their mouths are open, it looks like something out of the Predator, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. Dogs' teeth and gums and their. I mean,
How did it look, Flatcap?
huh? That's exactly it.
Photoshop people, get that done sorted.
Yeah, that's good.
As soon as you said how'd that look, I have my finger on a print screen button.
Did you get that, Matty?
Oh, fucking yes.
That's my face after trying to keep up with Aiden drinking.
Yeah.
Right,
Your eyes have been closed there, brother.
That's only
Damn.
4 pints in.
Dan just put
I've
Bill-
heard Mick's a big drinker, though.
Well, I do have a couple every now and again.
You've got to think he's not far away down the road from me, though. You're in Gainsborough.
No, proper drinkers.
How can you say that is horrible?
I'm having one beer tonight.
No, I wasn't saying horrible. I said it's a lovely dog.
Look at her.
But
She's
it's just,
smiling and everything.
You're right.
yeah, it's a lovely picture.
I used to gig quite a lot in Gainsborough as well.
Whereabouts?
You know, as you're just coming over the bridge,
Service club.
on left hand side, and they built that
Yeah.
extra building on it. I used to do.
Yeah.
We used to do like once a month there. I did it with Christine Coles and
Christine Coles.
Billy Pearce.
That was a buffet.
It was Billy
Not the big
Pierce.
buffet there.
They had a good
Where's
buffet.
Mick gone?
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yes,
Carroll.
right, sorry. Well, if Aiden's having a beer, I'm having one. I'm not
You've
getting
got
left
it, mate.
out.
You've got it. Cheers.
I ought to forget Flatcap's camera and leaving them thinking to myself just there.
You were thinking of yourself.
You were?
No, you. What do they call it when you have one of them? What Flatcap did with his camera? So it
Go
looks
on,
like
blow
it's
it out
still
your
here.
nose.
Slow it out your nose.
Oh,
Yeah.
One
Video
beer.
behind him.
where is?
Yeah, video behind it.
What's
They're
that
not
you
small
drinking?
bottles, them either, are they?
No, it's what are they, 660, isn't it? It's a big old. This for £3.
Calories.
What is it you drinking?
Leffy, 6.6.
It's a blonde beer, isn't it?
Ooh.
6.6%.
Yeah.
I used to drink an ale that was 6.6%. It was Exmoor Beast, really dark, lush it was.
Yeah,
They
nice.
really
I like
went
that.
mad for this stuff, but they were doing a deal for, you know, them 660ml bottles. They're doing 3 for a £5 at Tesco's, but they've just got these in for 12 at 330s for 12 for £12.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Good each.
If it's 6.6%, what are the other 93.4%? is the question that I would have. Make is the part I'd be worried about. Yeah.
Well, that's the PE part of it. They're all hops.
Mick don't hop. Yeah.
That's got a bit of a different taste. I once got a bottle of that now. I'm sure it was 7 point something. And by the time I got to the bottle, I couldn't read the label. The only time I got to the bottle of it. God, that was strong.
That's when people used to drink Cherry B and stuff like that, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. I've got some Duval in there, and one of them's 8.5, and then the citrus one is 9.5. That was a bit weird when I first tried it.
Yep, there we go.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
You can have that as your background now on your monitor, aren't you, Matt?
Yeah, definitely.
You could do a new game. Stick something in Gaz's mouth.
That's not a game.
If that's what you're into, mate.
Yeah, that's not a game, Aidan.
You'll need a fucking stepladder, though, boy.
Hey, mate, I'm very good at handstands. Hands in his pockets will be fine.
Yeah, but where's that going to leave your head?
Don't worry about my head. It's like who's going to worry about that?
Wouldn't be the first time, would it?
No.
You guys have been practicing it, I see.
Always nice for a bit of dolphin kissing.
That's what it's part of our performance on next Wednesday's show, isn't it, Aidan?
Yeah. Start doing that handstand thing.
Yeah. We'll have Salford doing a bit of planking.
Plank, yeah.
That was the funniest thing ever, that planking.
He nearly planked on Wednesday's show, didn't he?
He did, he fell off his chair.
He fell off his chair. Brilliant.
That would have been it, because it was near the end of the show as well. That would have been a right crescendo. That would have like out, legs up in air.
Just his feet up, yeah.
Yeah, it reminded me of my mother-in-law.
He just got a camera, didn't he?
Were they spread out like this?
She had moustache as well.
I saw a video on Facebook the other day. He's just bought a new camera, hasn't he, or something like that? What's he bought?
Yeah, Canon. He said Canon something different D. 50D or something like that.
2000D, I think he said. No, that was that's Blazing Vapes. No, I don't know what I don't know what he's got.
An M. I don't
But
know.
he
But he looked
did-
really good. Zooming in were really good and stuff.
Well, not like the M50 or whatever it is it? Or
It might, yeah, M50.
Yeah, it was
I think might have
M50,
been.
yeah.
fucking hell, fair play.
And actually, Stuart, we're allowed 2 right after supper, and then 1 with meds at night. That wine. Yeah.
What's that?
Stuart said, "I'm just jealous because I'm not allowed alcohol in the care home, so I have to make do with water."
Right.
Oh.
That's terrible, Stuart.
Like I said, it's, they let us have a glass of wine with the meds at night. I thought it was, it's nice of them.
You just think just behind you, they've actually left you a game. You can throw the hoop over the finger. Don't turn the television on till late, just getting lobbing hoops.
Yeah.
What time's Murder She Wrote on?
Oh, no. She actually died, didn't she? Bless her.
She did, yeah. I love Murder She Wrote. I do watch it all the time. On replay.
She was in, you can tell your COVID stuck in the house.
Yeah.
She was,
Yeah, but that tune always brings me back to the 80s when I was a kid. Dun, 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 dun. Diddle, dun, dun.
oh, yeah. Petricelli, can you remember him? There was Petricelli, he was a private investigator and a lawyer. I'm probably a bit too old for you now. Who was the other bloke? Jack Clugston, he played him. Who was that, Bill? Do you remember?
We had Frank
Quincy.
Cannon. and-
Quincy.
Yeah.
Frank
yeah,
Cannon.
Quincy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crikey, yeah.
Yeah, Frank Cannon with his Lincoln Continental.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm like back before that, the Rockford Files.
Yeah, Rockford Files, we had that.
Yeah.
James Garner.
Yep.
What were the other one as well? Sons and Daughters. That
Yeah.
were like that were a little bit like a Neighbours before that come out.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I actually watched the first ever episode of Neighbours.
I think I
It
did.
must have been over your all's way. I don't remember either one of those 2, Sons and Daughters or Neighbors.
It was Australian. CJ was asking Bogan about it, or Matt as he calls him now. Not Matt, Sam
Sam.
as he
Sam,
calls him
he's
now.
with him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam as he calls him now. He asked him about it. We don't watch that shit.
That's fucking
Then I asked him-
export, that is.
Then I asked him about the Australian Pink Floyd. He went, "Who were they? Like the biggest export ever to go. They've been touring for 30 years, and Bogan didn't know who they are."
I stopped watching Neighbours when Harold died. I just used to love watching Harold. That's all he
The
did.
thing about it, he died and he came back.
Did he come back?
Yeah, apparently he got lost. What a great thing to like sort of write in it. I'll tell you what, we need to bring him back because it's going downhill. We need to bring him back. Where have you been? We thought you were dead. I got lost.
For what, a couple of years.
Yeah, he lost his mind apparently. Went into Salvation Army. Started selling like wristbands and stuff like that on the street.
Nice, lovely.
We had a guy. We have an actual place here. We have a little corner grocery store, and a guy named Harold owned it. And he basically, everybody used to go down there and get sandwiches for lunch and everything. And then he passed. And it was about 2 or 3 years later, and I asked somebody, and they were like, hey, you want to go get something to eat? And I'm like, well, where do you want to go? They said, well, let's go down to Dead Harold's. So everybody started calling it Dead Harold.
At least the name carried on. Listen.
That must be horrible, that, isn't it?
Well, it's quite cool.
Just before Christmas, I proper put my foot in it as well. The lad who I play snooker with is an old bloke. I saw him in Wilkinson's. We were doing a little bit of shopping. I went, "Hey mate, how you doing? How's the wife?" She went, "She died yesterday." I went, "Oh no."
No, you can do. No,
Do you know when you proper put your foot in it and you just can't?
Yeah.
And then you don't know what to say.
No.
Well, what can you do? You didn't know. I mean, I obviously
Spring
what I
into
do
the
for a
corner
living.
somewhere.
Yeah, what I do for a living. Obviously, you pick them up and you think, let's ask a few little questions around the outside because I ain't seen a mum for a while. And then all of a sudden you go, "Is everything all right?" They go, "Oh yeah, my mum's on holiday." But I actually did get one day. "How's your mum?" She burst out crying. I went, "I didn't know, Duck. I'm sorry."
Oh no.
No, it's all right. I've just fucking forgot her. We didn't pick her up. She still sat outside fucking Wilkinson's. We've left her. Go back. No, it's horrible when you say something wrong. You put your
Well,
foot-
yeah, but you don't know, do you? I mean, you're only inquiring it. You're being nice, really. You're inquiring about the family, and it just
The problem is the stuff your brain starts coming out with that your mouth can't shoot back out right after that. That's the biggest
that's the
problem.
one. That's the worst bit.
You can think of a lot of things to say, but none of them are appropriate. That's the
No.
problem.
It's usually she's looked all right last time I saw her. Well, she doesn't now. She's dead.
She looked fine last time she ringed here, honestly.
Yes, she looked so well. I was just commenting to my wife. Yeah, but she's still dead.
She's still dead, yeah. That's another joke as well, isn't it? About that singing telegram. he comes, knocks on the door. So I've got a telegram for you. "Oh, great. Is it one of them singing ones?" He went, no, it's just no, honestly, sing it to me. And he says, "Your mum's dead."
That one here was the one when they did it, and then it was like, well, come on, sing it. He's like, "No, I don't think you want me to sing this." "Oh, yeah, I always wanted to sing it." This is Fred and the kids are dead.
That's like what you were saying about Twitch earlier, Aidan.
It is, yeah. It is. Obviously, it's a different type of platform. Obviously, the bitches are on it. It's a different. And when I were on the bitches, they play songs behind it, and it's like Funky Chicken and stuff like that. And you'd be talking, and all of a sudden, it'd be like, like this. Where's that come from?
Deep in a serious conversation, and then that comes up.
It's quite a good platform. The one thing I didn't like about Twitch, if you close the chat and do something else, and you go back to chat, it's blank. I don't know whether that was my computer.
I got lost earlier. I was on the chat and I was trying to add a bit, and I was trying to bring something up, and then I couldn't close it, so I couldn't see what was going on with chat. And before I knew it, I put like 800 bits in. And I'm like, well, I haven't even got 800 bits to spend, so I don't know what. And then before you know it, your PayPal's coming up. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. It's well confusing. Then I'm
How
sending
much is
pictures
it?
of unicorns and all sorts. I don't know what was going on.
How much is a bit then?
I don't
It's
know.
about $1.
It's just a bit.
No,
It's
300,
not-
what's
it's not
300,
much.
300 bits or whatever was like two quid or something like that, wasn't it? Or something?
well,
Quid.
it's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
They have like a little bit,
I think there's 1 bit, 100 bits.
a little bit, not very much.
Yeah. I don't think my
Tiny
bank would
bit.
accept bits though. I don't know how that.
Bitcoin.
Teeny weeny.
BMX bandits, bloody hell.
Timmy Mallet. There you go. There's another bloke.
Oh dear.
He were, you know when that U-Tree stuff come out and all them people got done? He was another one that I swear we're going to get into it. We're going to be Timmy Mallet, and I so wanted Mr. Tumble to get into it as well.
You said that before, yeah. Yeah. You know, there's still time.
There's something about him, though, isn't there?
There is. He's definitely eating my packed lunch, that kid. He's one of them people.
Do you reckon as soon as he finishes recording, like, he's all these kids and being all nice, do you reckon as soon as he finishes, he's just like, get away from me, you disgusting children, and he's just, you know.
Just goes off stage, kicks a dog. And
I've told you that
cigars
story
around.
before. You know Wurzel Gummidge? The actual, he was Pertwee.
John Pertwee, yeah, John Pertwee.
Yeah, he went to workshop, and I followed him round, and in the end, he told himself off.
Did he?
Yeah, I lost my sister as well. So then she had to do that. You know, like they used to do that time now. You call out. We're looking for Mrs. Sally Crew. We've got Aidan Crew. He's sat in here, and I'm sat there back, you know, like proper cry. I can't find my sister. And Wurzel Gummidge just told me to fuck off.
But the sound of it, though, it was probably a good thing he did. You know, with everything else that went on in the 70s, it could have been worse. To say, "Oh, you're coming for a walk."
Yeah, can you put these big boots on? I've got somebody who needs to meet.
I remember seeing Ian Beale in Woolworths when I was a kid. He was in there with his kids, and someone walked up to him, and he just went, "No, not today. No,
Yeah,
no."
yeah. Must get on your tits, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, musket.
Oh, musket, yeah. Yeah.
Vaping Irish said he came across an old school friend and asked him how his fiance was, and the girl who I thought was his sister turned around slapping him, yelling, "You're engaged, you pig!"
That sounds like something Irish would do, doesn't it?
That's another thing I have to watch out for, because I pick people up from the wrong address, obviously, and you know, you've got to just keep completely quiet about things.
So you must live in like a little secret world of EastEnders of your own.
I did it. Yeah. I did it. I about got in some deep crap when my daughter was real young and she was going to school. She was in like the first grade or something. And I went down to the school to pick her up. And we had a woman that's babysat for us that lived right upstairs. And I picked her up, and the woman had said, "Hey, can you pick up Joey or whatever, you know?" And I was like, "Sure, no problem. You know, I'll get him too," because she babysat both of them. And then I went to work. Well, I pull in down there to school, and daughter gets in, and I'm like, "Supposed to pick up Joey too?" And she's like, "Oh, okay." So open up the door, and the little boy gets in. He gets in the back seat with her. We drive around and go back over to where I'm at. We get out of the car, start to walk across, and the woman's upstairs like, "Who was that little boy?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" Well, turns out it wasn't Joey at all. I kidnapped this kid. Had no idea I did it. So I'm trying to drive back to the school, and they're giving me the address, and I beat the bus back to his house so his mom wasn't going off the deep end. But man, yeah, I picked
Get out of my car! Get out of my car!
Can you imagine that? Nowadays, you'd have got a 20 stretch, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
Just for
Get them fucking sweets back.
Yeah. It did seem a bit weird. You all playing ice cream van music, you know what I mean? Come on, kids.
You want a piece of candy, little boy?
Yeah, it's got pretty sad though now. As a father and a grandfather, I've got grandkids as well, and if you see a child that's fell over, you can't pick them up and help them out because for fear of, you know.
Question
It's
there.
totally changed.
Question there from Mobro to the two guests. Well, there's three guests,
Go on,
Mobro. I know he's going to pretend to be Pud for the night, but he's not actually Pud.
Go on, Mobro.
Desert Island setup: 1 mod, 1 atomizer, and 1 juice.
Go.
Go.
I'll
But to
take
be honest,
this one.
go on then. Yeah.
I'll take this one. Yeah.
I'd certainly take that tank. I've had it in the cupboard for a year. Finally found out how to wick it without it leaking all over my hands. And I bought loads of that juice off Vape Club in the clearance, and ain't got any left now, sadly. But £2 a bottle, it's lovely, it really is. So that would probably be it, really.
What tank's that you got on there? Blotto?
It's Creed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Creed.
Yeah, I got it. I bought it from somewhere, and it came. It didn't the TPD one, so it came with 2 big tanks, and I couldn't wick it. I've always said, "Oh no, I don't do bottom airflow RTAs because I can't wick them anyway." Over the last month, because I didn't have anything to do, I finally found out how to wick it, and I love it. I've used it every day since I finally found out how to wick it.
And mine would be, I just take the Saga with the Peacemaker on top of it, and it's got my strawberry shortcake in it, which right now my favorite thing that I'm vaping. So, it's pretty easy to. Although the Peacemaker has been kicking my butt somewhat, it's getting it together is really difficult. I don't know whether anybody has one, but I have a hard time getting that thing screwed in once I get my build in it. Trying to get the bottom screwed into it is just not easy. It's the hardest, most difficult thing of it for some reason.
I find that with a lot of RBAs, the little RBA coils, where you got to cut the coil as tight to it as possible, and then it's just a pain.
No, RBAs are just too small. I mean, my glasses don't make things big enough for me to do an RBA. Yeah, no.
I was watching something the other night, and they got one of them little magnifying glasses that clips on. I said to my wife, "That'd be brilliant for doing coils."
I watched Batman do one earlier today. He did a RBA and did a build in one on camera. And I'm thinking if he can do it with those big mitts he's got, then surely to goodness I'd be able to figure out something. But I don't know. I mean, it looked like a pinhead. It's just like get this little coil in here somehow.
It's not only that; it's actually trying to put your wick through it as well. You start bending it, and it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
I just hate the little mouth to the coils.
You would have to cut the wick down, and all I have as far as cotton is concerned is these things, and you're not going to get it in an RBA.
No. I love this. I use this all day in the camp because we're allowed to vape. The little mouth to long one. And when I first did that, I couldn't wick that either, even though it's a top airflow one. And persevered in it, and now it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a 3,000 mAh battery, so it lasts all day and half the next day if you forgot to charge it up.
I think they're bringing out
if I'm taking that, I take the boost. Yeah.
I think they're bringing out a new one of that cube with a fingerprint scanner on it.
Really?
Interestingly enough. Proper Cause has asked, what is your preferred resistance when using mouth to lung?
Mouth to lung, that one's about a 0.69.
Oh, that's quite low then, really, isn't it?
Mm.
That's quite low. It was like the whole big argument when the boost came out, and it come with, was it 0.4 and a 0.6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so people would instantly go, oh, well, the 0.6 must be mouth to lung. But then some people will say, well, that's still quite low. Like, so there was a big.
Both worked the same, really, didn't they? There wasn't.
Yeah. I mean,
they
effectively.
both done the same thing, really.
Yeah.
I don't do mouth to lung, so it's which is kind of strange because I basically when I first started vaping, I did pretty much all mouth to lung because that's what you were used to. I smoked for almost 50 years, so mouth to lung was just natural for me. And it didn't matter. I could pick that up, and I was doing mouth to lung because it's all I knew.
Roughly around, like you said, a 1.1, 1.2, somewhere around about there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Mo going on about? Aiden, what's your bro?
What's your bro?
Well, I think they're on about the and Pud tonight. I think they're on about what I'd take to a desert island.
Aiden, what's yours?
I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you. As long as it had batteries and I had enough batteries and vaping, I'm not quite sure. But I do like the Steam Crave stuff. I like the glass. But yeah, it's nice. The juice, I'm absolutely loving this Homeboy stuff. That rhubarb and raspberry orange blossom is absolute. I'm nearly done on it. I'm gonna have to do the review quick because that is
As long as the island has a buffet, you don't really care what you
I don't give a shit, mate. As long as it's got a bar and a buffet, we're fine. I'll sit there all week. I don't care who I take.
Yeah, it's got a barbecue and a few beers. It'll be all right.
What was the name of that juice, Aiden? That's something Yatsu? You can't get any more.
Moku Yatsu Bolt. They also did a gummy bears one as well. What was that called? They did an orange one, which was beautiful, which was called Cuties, but it was more like a tangerine.
What have they gone now? You can't get it anymore. Or?
Yeah, they're a Californian juice. Moku Yatsu Bolt was the spearmint one, and then you had the Cuties, which was like I said, a tangerine flavor. But they were just so nice. And I tell you, the setup I had a Coolfire 4 with the iSub tank, roughly going at about 30 watts, and I could just sit there all night and I'd do the 30 mils in a day.
I used to have one of them.
Have you not looked
What
online?
nick strength do you do in a mouth to lung?
That was a 3. when I used to have 3 milligrams. But it all depends. I can go from 0 all the way up to 20 milligram Nick salts. But it's so funny that you've just said that. My dad I've just bought my dad one yesterday. Cool Fire 4. 20,
Really?
I think it was 27 quid.
Yeah.
And it's what he uses. He must have had them too. I bought him one for Christmas a couple of years back, and he had one before. And the battery's now just not like sort of getting down to its end of its days. But it's what he uses with an old Nautilus.
Those cool fires. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
No, sorry.
Those cool fires have really stood the test of time, haven't they? They've been about forever. Same as those. I had one. It was like wooden effect. Those E-Leaf. It was like 5,000 milliamp hour battery.
The iStick 80, yeah.
Yeah, they were really good as well. They just last forever, and you can still get them now, can't you?
It's just like Alan M says in chat. He says Cool Fire 4 I sub G is what I quit smoking on. If anybody ever comes to me who's coming off the stinkies, I'll always tell them the same sort of setup, which is a Nautilus with a Cool Fire 4, because it's just so simple. There's not much you can go wrong. Prime your coils, put it in, you're done. You're going to get that mouth to lung sort of feel. Roughly around about, I'd rather get them to go maybe 12 milligram freebase. They're going to get that sort of nick it that they want.
Have you not thought of going on like e-liquid recipes, Aidan? See if you can find someone who's done a copy of the Moku Shatsu.
Yeah, it's Moku Shatsu do it. Yeah,
Macarena. Yeah.
Moku Shatsu. I'm not really into really DIY.
I've just started. I got some. You'd probably like it as well, Aidan, if you like that. What you've got there, Drip Axe acid drop, and it's got a bit of WS23 in it and Kiwi fruit.
We could say WD-40 then.
I think.
Yeah, WD-40. Yeah.
I put WD-40 in it.
This is a new thing as well, mate. What's WD-40? I've been hearing that all this WD. Do they mean Coolada?
No, WS23.
Yeah. WS23, not WD-40.
I was joking on that. So what is that? Is that just another one of the in between the menthol and the Coolada, or?
Yeah,
it is a Coolada basically. It's I've got one over here.
Everybody's suddenly got him.
WS23 is more cold though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's not mentally, it's just cold.
It's just it's a coolant is all it is. It really doesn't. It says cooling agent on the bottle. Yeah. But it just cools it down. I don't like menthol, but I'll put the WS23 in something sometimes and I'm really, especially in the summertime, for a summertime vape, it gives it a little cooler flavor to kind of make you think you're not as hot as you are. Yeah.
You can actually buy that ready made as well from Drip Axe.
I think I've actually had it already ready made.
Did you like it?
I can't remember, but I think the name rings a bell.
Yeah, it would.
I
like it. It says mix it at 15 or between 15 and 20%, and I mixed one lot of 15 and one lot of 20. 20 was a bit much, and the 15 weren't quite enough, so I just chucked them both together, and it's perfect.
That's not, yeah. That's the thing with those kind of buying them concentrates. It's always a gamble, isn't it? I know CJ, I don't know if he's still in chat, but he was asking me the other day about what ones he was looking at the Darkstar website and what he should buy, and it's always so subjective, and it is a bit of a gamble, especially if you're buying the big 250ml bottle shots and doing it that way, or the concentrates.
They are really good, aren't they, as well? There's some of them you can get for a tenner though, can't you? There's the thing there, I think it is. There's like a strawberry custard. I think Code Red's a bit dear. You like Code Red, don't you?
I'm a big fan of Code Red, yeah.
Yeah.
Gaz has got it in line, haven't you, mate?
Got it. Well, actually, I'm on some vapeable rocket lolly at the minute.
All right.
That's really nice. That's from the ice cream social range. That's really good. That.
I've got the lemonade. There's a lemonade, like a citrus lemonade, I think, something like that. And I bought that, and I bought it in a little one, and then we put a Nick shot in, and then I got another 250ml. It's gorgeous. And then they're citrus, something else, not citrus, tropical something. That's nice. That's really nice as well.
There's a few of the
tropical-ish.
There's a few of the ice cream. Yeah, the few of the ice creams from Vapor. There was some I didn't like, but there was Rocket Lolly, Twister, which was just like a Twister.
I'd love that.
Or Twisted, and then there was one called Deeply Whippy that was like a sherbet ice cream.
Oh.
It was lovely, but I found their ready-made stuff wasn't quite strong enough. So with the
Yeah.
concentrates, I just put 20% in, and it's absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, deeply whippy. It's a nice one.
I found even with this came and say at $1.99, and I ordered a nick shot with it. But as soon as you put the nick shot in, you tried it and you thought, oh, it's not very good. But even this stuff needs to steep. I mean, that's probably been steeping now for 2 months. It's beautiful.
Oh, right.
You know, sometimes even with a shop bought juice, if you put in the nick in, it's not always ready. You know.
No.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about here. By the time you go and buy it, it's been sitting there in that store steeping for a while. Or if you order it offline, it's already steeped. By the time you get it, it's good to go. You know, and you guys, where you're adding the nick, that's everything's got to steep. That nick's still got to get in there to really get flavored right.
That's a big thing Aiden's always said. He obviously before, when you'd have the glass bottles and it was all pre-steeped, all ready made, it was much better, you know. Yeah.
The thing is, sorry.
That's all right.
I thought you were going to talk. Sorry.
No, Liz just put, where's Aiden and Matty? Because Aiden's disappeared and Matty's under his desk.
I was looking for all those. I've got a load of flavour concentrates and vapeable somewhere, like a bag of them, but I can't find it because.
Yeah.
Where I'm looking on the Zoom room, it looks like Matty's on top of Aiden, but when you look on the actual stream, they're at the opposite ends.
They're there.
Yeah.
How does it do that? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Well, it just depends who's how you've got your screen laid out.
Yeah, as far as OBS.
Yeah.
is concerned.
Because it mirrors.
Yeah.
You ought to know, Mick, how you set it up. You know, so.
Yeah, but there's only usually 2 of us. But I never usually see the feed because I have it all set up on mine. That's been the weird thing looking at the.
Seeing it
Well,
the wrong way
it's
around.
been the weird thing looking at actually 60 people in the chat.
Yeah,
They're
thanks
actually
everyone.
chatting.
Yeah. We might stay at Friday nights. What do you reckon, Matt?
Yeah, we're coming to an end on a Friday night anyway, so the slot's available.
Well, it's been
You got to watch it because when you open up to let somebody in for the last 10 minutes, some drunk guy will show up plugging his show. You know.
Did that on the.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
What, you been
How
the
was
drunk
it?
guy?
Yeah.
3 men and a
It
vape
was.
show. Come on, Wednesday
Yo,
night.
yo, yo.
I went on to Nav's one that, not another vape show in the States, because I've got their Zoom room number because I go in there and talk to them anyway. And I thought, I'll go in there and I'll plug the old show, see if I can get a few subscribers. But as soon as I clicked the button, they went, oh, hello, are you all right? And I thought, God, I'm so drunk I can't even speak. So if you actually watch it, but I can't find it now. I think he's took it off. But there's me going, bearing in mind it's 2 o'clock in the morning over here, and I just couldn't, and I'm like trying to make conversation, and I was so drunk. I mean, my head was still working, but my mouth wouldn't just meet up.
I don't know anybody could ever do sort of thing. I once went on a live show, a charity live stream, and I started at 10 o'clock, and I'd done about 1.5 litres of Morgan Spice, and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'd made a dick of myself, and in the end, they went for me to say good night, and I went, you know what I mean, night.
Well, that was like the other night when you went on with Vape Mill, wasn't it? We went on.
Oh, mate, that was brilliant. Even my brother turned up as well at about 5:30. We finished our show and he was doing. We've got him on the show this coming week, and he was doing. I don't know why 52 hours for NHS, but he did 52 hours, and we went on there. It was a good giggle. I was still sober, roughly.
I don't understand why you done it in 12-hour streams, because you can stream for longer than 12 hours on YouTube, can't you?
We kept swapping between. He had something. Sorry, I could have something to eat, and then he kept swapping between going live and not, like in Streamlabs, and then back to YouTube. So I think that's why he did it.
I think he used his phone for some of it, and then was he using a laptop as well? I'm not sure. He was he was swapping around a bit.
Yeah.
But by the final morning, he was just like on the sofa. Just I don't know how he was staying awake. There was a couple of people in chat that kept perking him up, I think, from nodding off. But that's a long time to stay awake, isn't it? And be live.
It is, yeah.
You know.
I did have a good giggle though, and then, like I said, about +5 Mark turned up.
That's one thing about this community. When I first started, if you were doing something in a different sort of way, always the new starters, everybody's a bit like, oh, don't bother with them. They're new. We don't want anything to do with them. They're trying to pinch what we've got. Well, when you're in the vaping community, everybody's like, oh yeah, why don't you come and do this with us? And why don't you? You know, it's so friendly. And people will say, oh well, we'll come on your show. I mean, Dan's been marvellous with us. He made the videos. and everything. You know, inviting me on his show so we get a few people watching and stuff like that. And it's been lovely.
Yeah.
And you know, there's not a lot of people in other industries and that type of thing. Everybody would be like, "Oh, I don't bother with them. They're going to pinch what you've got. They're only after what you've done."
Yeah,
Not
it's
the case
a
at
lot
all.
bizarre.
A lot of it years ago was obviously because we had networks, so you sort of like had different places to go, and the shows went on to the networks. It went on your channel. When
Yeah.
these networks sort of like disappeared, it opened it up for a lot of people to be able to just stream whenever they want to do, and I think it made a difference. I do miss them days of having a network, but I don't miss it in the fact of that it's opened it up. There's a lot of new people that are streaming and feel confident doing it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at, like, we've got some lovely moderators. Thank you to everyone. Like Stuart, for example, all evening he's been spamming out links for you guys, for us, for Vape Heads. You know, I mean, he hasn't been paid this month by us, so he might
Oh, it's our turn to pay him, is it?
yeah.
Good luck with that. I'm still waiting on my first check.
Yeah. But I mean, I've never met Stuart. I don't know if any of you guys are. You know,
No.
so, but he's sat there all night spamming all the links out. It's, you know, it's amazing,
Yeah,
really.
people are lovely.
When he's not throwing jabs at me, yeah, he's. Thing is, I'm used to it because he comes over to our show and throws them too. So yeah, it's
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you know, we love it.
without him, you don't know what you're doing. You know, so.
I better move that glass so you can see.
GG, you'll have to send it me, and I'll let you know if it's any good.
Yeah, we're going to find this spearmint for you, Aidan.
I think I'm going to do it on other flavors as well. I think it's just, you know, like it's quite a little bit on the channel. I quite like doing it.
You need to get that Coggington's one I found.
Yeah, I'm going to order some from them. They'll be on the next. But obviously, we're overrun with liquids to do because obviously I don't do them all the time. But because obviously we've got the own boy stuff to do, haven't we?
Yeah. What was that? There's one of them, sweet water grape and white peach.
Not tried that yet.
That's nice.
Beautiful. They're all like kind of like, they all remind me a bit of Schlur and that kind of, you know, like, you know, fruity waters and stuff. But yeah, they're really good.
Slur, the thing that you con the kids in that it's actually wine.
Wine. Yeah.
Or how you talk after you've had a few of what you're all drinking.
Yeah, slur.
You just Schlur, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry,
was just-
Stuart. It's spearmint.
Experiment.
I'll send you this, Aidan. See what you think of that.
Thanks, bro.
Oh wow.
What's that?
I love my
I've got it-
menthols.
I've
Not
got
a
it
lot of
up
people
there.
like menthols, but I proper love them sort of flavours.
Do you like Eisenberg?
I like Eisenberg.
I do, yeah.
Vampire Vapes is one of my favourites.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their Nick Salts range is really, really good.
Yeah, that's what's in there.
I used to like their Parma Violets as well.
I sent him an email when I first opened the channel up, and I said, "Oh, could you give us a discount code, just as something is for content on the channel?" And she said, "Oh, well, we can't really do that, but we'll send you all this juice to try." And I thought, and there must have been 60, 70 quid worth, and they sent it by courier. And I thought, what a lovely thing to do.
Well, it's Samantha. She's lovely, Samantha.
I can't remember who it was. I've got the email. I'll let
she's
you know.
really,
but-
really, really nice. She
And,
works. She does most of the marketing for them. Every
Yeah.
time they release a new line, they send it out.
It's lovely. So we sent her a link to the thing that we did like a live review on, and she sent one back saying, "No, you've done really well. You know, you've got, because of that time we've got that 30 subscribers in a couple of weeks." It was
What Jenny Sin's done of him is really good, isn't it?
yeah, it's brilliant.
She done one for all of us. Yeah.
I had to get her to do one of Bill with horns or something like a devil.
Yeah, like off a Tenacious D.
Where is he gone? Because I was about to close the show.
Oh, is it time to go?
Well, he's trying to keep you from closing the show.
It's 11.
That was a quick hour and a half. Where did that go?
Yeah,
Can't we have a Friday night lock-in?
seemed like 4.5 to me. It was, you know.
The
We
damn
usually-
shit dragged.
we
I
usually
just got-
start. I don't know.
Go ahead, Mick. Yeah.
We usually start, don't we? Do a quick live. It lasts 2.5 hours.
Yeah, Mick last night put down just 30-minute, or the night before, whatever night it was we were on, just 30-minute show, and then it was like an hour and a half. You
It
know?
was, Yeah, no. Matt is getting a beer.
Yeah, I was running out of drink. Sorry.
Alcohol free though, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got told by the CEO not to plan anything for tomorrow night. We're cooking out, so.
Oh, yeah.
What's that actually like, Matty?
It's all right. It's not the best alcohol free. I live in a village, and me and my wife managed to blag them into stocking alcohol free white wine and beer. So they've got these in, and is it a Chardonnay or something like that? They got in there. So we now obliged to buy it.
I've got 3 cases in the fridge.
Yeah.
Isn't that like vaping just straight VG though? Is that?
It is nice. If we go out for a meal in the daytime, I drink alcohol-free lager, and it's.
I think San Miguel's the best. My favourite, the Zero, but they've just started doing, which is one of my favourite drinks before I give up. Dark Fruits, Strongbow.
All right. Yeah.
They've just started doing that in Zero, which is lush.
I can't imagine that tastes much different, really, because it basically tastes like a fruit juice anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't taste any different. It's brilliant.
See, the problem is, Bill, with when he drinks as well, he wakes up in the morning thinking, who the fucking hell shat in my pants?
Usually Pud.
Who was that?
Sorry, mate.
Which I can't think of it. One of the old film stars. He said, "Well, people that don't drink," he said, "when they wake up first thing in the morning, that's as good as they're ever going to feel." So I wake up feeling like shit, my day gets better.
Yeah. I thought you wake up in the morning with the key stuck up your ass going, "Oh, it's just flooded."
On that note,
Yeah.
What is Mo put in chat there? What's that link? I don't want to click it. So everybody's going like, go click it.
something to do Chatterbait, I think.
Was it? Is that actually a thing?
Chatterbait?
Yeah.
I think you'll actually find it's probably to his new review.
I'm not clicking it.
Can't see
It
it.
might be. Matty, do you want to say
All
goodbyes?
right, carry on, guys.
Do you want to say goodbyes, Matty?
Bye. No. Thank you, Bill and Mick for coming on, and Aidan for filling in for Puddly Bear, and Gaz for hosting as usual, mate. It's been, to be fair, hour and a half's gone really quick.
Doesn't.
Flown by.
And yeah, thank you for everybody for popping in and saying hello, really, and all the lovely spanners. And yeah, that's about it. We'll be back on Saturday next week, or
Yeah, I guess so. Back to normal next week. I don't know what Pud's doing, but he's busy. Bless him. He is busy at the minute.
he's busy. Yeah,
Poor lad.
he's doing a fucking good job, isn't he? Really.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, bless him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll pass it on to I don't know, Aidan, I suppose.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks so much for having me on. It's been absolutely fantastic. Really nice being on with Bill. I've been wanting to get on with a while, you mate, because you do make me giggle on your show. Always nice to see you as well, brother Mike. Absolutely brilliant bloke. Mixed taxis. You know, we've actually got mixed taxis literally around the corner from us as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're quite famous.
They're
not mine.
the biggest taxi company in Doncaster.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They ring me up and complain. People ring me up. Can you stop them pipping outside my house? I said, well, no, I'm the one in Gainsborough. Yeah, but it's not good enough, is it? So, yeah, but I can't really do it about love. It's actually called Mixed Cabs, the one you want. Can you Google it again and ring in?
Yeah, get the right one. I get that for Centurions. Big love to Matty. Thank you very much for having me on. And also, guys, thank you very much for everybody in chat. You do make the show, and also all the spanners. And again, thank you very much for having me on. Over to you, whatever.
Go on, Bill. You know what to say.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us on. We appreciate it, and it has flown by. I've enjoyed it, but next time I would like a little heads up that I'm going to be on with this gentleman to my way right over here. Yeah,
It don't really work.
Tell me next time Mick's going to be on with me. I'm not coming. And enjoyed it. Thanks a lot, everybody in chat. It was fun watching you all banter a little here and there and have some fun. And that's basically what enjoy and I have here. And everybody stay safe and stay well. Mick, go for it.
Yeah, and for me, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to actually talk to more than 50 people at once.
It doesn't normally happen.
If you ever want to have a little look at us on a Sunday night, you're more than welcome. And thank you very much. Yeah, thanks to the spanners as well for sorting everybody out.
We've got the best spanners by far.
We've got loads of spanners because if you're a reviewer and you come in, you get a spanner.
We don't allow them to do anything.
No, nobody wants to do. You're not allowed to throw anybody out. Thank you very much, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. Really nice.
Thanks so much, Bill and Mick and you, Aidan, for coming on. Really appreciate it. It's been great to actually talk to Bill and Mick, talk to you finally, and get to know a little bit more about you and the show. Guys, go check them out on Sunday evenings. It's a great show, just chatting about all sorts of stuff. It's one of the, I like just, it's like a quiet chill out and just chill and watch and just
I
talk
like
about
mixed reviews as well. You do quite a lot of live kind of unboxing reviews and stuff, don't you? It's really nice stuff.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're not the most amazing reviews in the world, but they're honest. They're just because it's the things I own, so they're not.
A lot of nice gear.
Yeah.
It took a while to accumulate them and a lot of money.
It's always money. Big thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I know it's different being on Friday. To our spanners, thanks so much. Love you loads. And to Vape Heads, thanks so much for supporting the show and sponsoring it and the giveaways. It's unbelievable. It's brilliant. So stay safe, everyone. Have a good weekend and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, Bill.
I meant to do
Bye,
something.
Bill.
Wow.
Come back.
Wow.
Forever, Mick.
We're going to play an outro for about 45 minutes.
No, all right, we'll go. We'll just go, Aidan. And we'll start our after show.